Oh, hi, and welcome to the Weight Loss Journey 2021, Chapter 3. What a disappointing chapter this will be. So how did this happen? Well, let's go tell a story. A really stupid story. Let's sit down and do it. Back on the bike, the old trusty steed, trying to work my way through this. This happened last Thursday, and what happened was it actually couldn't have happened in a more stupid way. As you've seen from maybe some of the videos, I do sports cards, and I've been collecting them with the boys since my boy has been interested in collecting sports cards kind of since the pandemic. But in the pandemic, everybody's been interested in sports cards. You can't get them anywhere. And we all have a story. My dad has a story. I have a story of having all these great rookie cards or these great cards growing up. And then everybody asks, well, what happened to them? Oh, they got thrown away or tossed out, or, you didn't take care of them and they were all junk, or, everybody has that sort of that collection. But sports cards are red hot right now. So I decided I wasn't going to make the mistake that I made or my dad made, and I was going to keep the cards and them in a real nice boxes, organize them by rookies, and and if they pan out for my son, great, all the better. That he would have something that he could see growing up, and maybe those rookie cards are worth a little bit of money. Could be all for naught, but everybody has that story. My dad talks about, having all these Roberto Clemente rookie cards and put him in his bike spokes and, tossing them away and all types of stuff that you could think of, that people do with cards. And it's how much would those cards be worth now if they were kept in pristine condition? They would be worth a lot of money. So the idea is, could cards from today be worth that money? In 20 years, 30 years, who knows, but it's something fun. It's something to collect. So I decided last Thursday to organize these sports cards, organize all the rookie cards, put them in different kind of top load and sleeve and stuff, and I sit on my foot. I know a lot of people do this. I sit on my foot. It's comfortable for me. I'm one of those people that does that sort of thing. Well, it's fine to sit on your foot when you're just sitting there watching a show, or sitting there and eating dinner, or just sitting there and looking at your phone. But it's quite another when you're bending back and forth to organize cards. So I did that, and felt uncomfortable. Just not kind of my midfoot was maybe you think, because I'm bending around, moving around on my foot, putting kind of shifting weight on my foot. Come Friday, I wake up, go to work, and a limp is starting to form. It's discomfort. It's the things, and it's man, I did something stupid to my foot, and I don't know exactly what happened. Wake up Saturday morning, my foot is not numb. Numb's the bad word. But literally to the point where you can't touch anything with your foot. Try that, by the way. Not touching something with your foot. Damn near impossible. You can't, unless it's elevated all day long, you can't get anywhere, you can't do anything. And when I would hit something with my foot, being the ground, or attempting to, move around my house, go to the bathroom, do anything, it would shoot pain up my leg like you wouldn't believe. They had to wheelchair me into MedExpress. Just hitting the curb with the wheelchair was it was ridiculously painful. So it's well, this is not great. This is awful. So what they diagnosed me, it was plantar fasciitis, whatever it is. And I had to break a 37 or 38 year tradition of never having to use crutches, ever, not one time. No, where's wood here? Hear that? No broken bones, no stitches, no nothing for 38 so many years. You know, occasionally would roll an ankle or do something like that, but, you know, and I was fairly a rough and tumble kid. One, you know, play football, not play actual sports football, but like neighborhood football. You know, we'd do silly, like, movie things and stunts. We'd jump off our bikes, we'd run around in the woods, do all types of stuff, but never have I gotten truly to the point where I needed to do anything. Very lucky in that regard. So it's stupid that it happened this way. But is that another sign of saying, like, hey, you're getting older now, you're going to hurt yourself in stupid ways. So that's maybe a warning sign or a call to action. The problem is that when you're hurt and when you're in pain and when you're uncomfortable, you can't do anything. And so this is my first time back doing anything exercise-wise, and it's very uncomfortable. And so because I haven't been doing anything, it's like feeling defeated. Feeling like I can't, you know, it's like your body's like, well, yeah, you want to better yourself and all, but you're not doing it. You can't do it. So you can't do it. And so what do? What do? I know what I do is that you resign to defeat, at least temporarily. You're like, well, if it's going to be bad and I can't do nothing, I might as well just eat this and eat that and whatever. Not to possibly to quell my frustration, but also to just because, like, it's not letting me do the stuff I need to do. Now, to the other person, to the outside source who says, well, maybe just eat better and you'll lose weight, you know, without having to exercise while you're hurt, you are correct. But that's sadly not how I think. I think, like, well, I can't do it all, so I'm not going to do any of it. And it's a shitty mindset. It is a terrible, bad mindset that I put myself in, and I do it regularly and often. So I'm not looking forward to what the scale's going to say, because I feel the scale is not going to be very friendly to me. The hope being is that I'm not over where I was starting out, but I guess the scale will tell all. And, you know, maybe I should do this more often, weighing myself, that is, than these videos, because it seems that's what snaps me back in. The videos do too, because then people feedback, they're like, wow, you really handled this poorly, like, do better. And you're right. But I'm going to step on that scale now, and hopefully it's not as bad as I think, because I think it's going to be bad. It's not that I was hurt and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to eat terribly. It's just a matter of, like, okay, I ate, you know, not great today. It's like I can do better tomorrow, but I didn't eat awful. It's just I didn't eat particularly, like I didn't, like, watch everything, which I know is something you have to do. So let's go check it out, and let's await the results and see how this went. Okay. Well, went about as well as I expected. 287.2. That's up 2 from the last time I weighed in, which was sadly a couple weeks ago. I had planned for a weight loss video actually this past weekend, but that's exactly when my foot was at its absolute worst. I'm working my way back. I'm trying to work my way around without the crutches. My foot shifts from pain to discomfort. It's not it's just nagging. It's not something that's like crippling. It's just something that's nagging, and it's making it very frustrating to do most things. Like even, trying to go out and grab something, or like I had to run to the post office today, and the pain shifts from, like I said, painful to just discomfort. And I know it's something I can work my way through in the next like week or so here, but it's just a matter of that, trying to block out that way to feel less defeated, to feel like, okay, this happened, this didn't go your way, maybe try to eat better to get rid of some of these, and then, eating better leads into, losing some weight, building more confidence, because it's hard to be confident about this in its current state, because your body betrayed you in a sense. I mean, I've been a relatively healthy person for the let me clarify. Relatively non-injured person. Healthy is not something I can particularly say I do. I eat badly. I make poor choices food-wise. I like bad food. So that's not healthy. So I acknowledge that. But as far as like major issues, I've had no casts or no pain or, no nagging injuries, no anything that's like things. So having this occur and having other things occur, like my neck will run into like some discomfort and trouble, makes me seem like, makes it feel like, okay, you're getting older now. This is the time to do this. Stop falling back into those bad habits and just do it. So that is what I got to do. So that is the thing that I'm going to work on for all future chapters, and just kind of building back to, because I did this last year. We're actually coming up on the 1-year anniversary of my first weight loss journey that I had put out there, and that was right when the literally like the day before the pandemic started, majorly started, when they started canceling events and canceling, things, and people were getting laid off and all that stuff. Like, it's wild that it's been a year. But yeah, so it's something where, I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board, figure out ways to work around this, figure out ways to incorporate better habits and better utilization of, just trying to be better than what I am currently, and trying not to feel as defeated when something comes up, because this happened last year. Last year, I went on the thing. I was feeling confident week 1. I was like, okay, I'm going to lose a ton of weight. And here in the week 2 rolls around, and I got laid off, and I was just like, well, and it's just that same roadblock. Like, it's like, what's the point of this? Like, why am I doing any of this? And I wanted to give up right there, and luckily I didn't. So I have to get back into that mindset of like, I have to press on through these challenges. I have to press on through these roadblocks. And I appreciate everybody who comments, criticizes. There's criticism, and I'm not beyond that. Like, I make that clear. I will respond to any and all comments, and let me make it clear that I am not offended, even when you're telling me something, that it's like, that's trying to be beneficial or helpful to me. I can't be, upset about that. I can't be like, oh, how dare you do, it's like, it's silly, because you want help. That's why I'm putting this out here. So that'll do it for the sad chapter 3 of the Weight Loss Journey 2021. A little bit backwards. And it's one of those things, like, as my foot nags me, I don't want to go down a slippery slope. I want to catch myself on the ledge and work my way back to respectability. So the hope is I'm going to do that moving forward on chapter 4. Because these videos I put up in chapters, they're wildly inconsistent, because sometimes they're weeks in between, sometimes it's a week in between or whatever. So, but definitely something to, I appreciate those that stick with me through these trials. Any helpful information you can provide, I would greatly appreciate it. Definitely things that, you know, even for like foot stuff, or like there's any, you know, remedies or ideas that you can provide me. I've been taking my anti-inflammatory medication that they prescribe, but they really didn't prescribe anything for like pain or anything, so I've been kind of like popping a leave. So I don't know. But that'll wrap it up for the weight loss journey 2021, Chapter 3, a disappointing entry in the book of 2021 weight loss. But I will push on. That's why this video is here. I will push on. I will get better. And the hope being is that coming in the summertime, there'll be a considerable amount of weight loss. But not a great thing today. A call to action today. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. You can support me on Patreon. There's a link in the description below, as well as links to my eBay store, new Facebook page, Clubhouse, Instagram, all types of different stuff. But that'll wrap it up for the Weight Loss Journey 2021, Chapter 3, Feeling Defeated, a disappointing chapter. Thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for Chapter 4. Bye, everyone.